want to be on, but
Oh, I forgot.
The Minecraft music slaps now.
Dude, Lena Raine from Celeste composed some of it. I love
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
I have many album from her. Her and her girlfriend. I have the Celeste cassette tape.
Nice.
More hydrate. Yeah, so the next 2 hours is going to be Nostalgiathon podcast. It's just going to be chill talking about how awesome this event went.
Successful.
What our future plans are, tentatively for the moment, and then just like other conversations about things that games, tech, D&D that we're interested in. It's just a time for us to decompress towards the end of the marathon and just chill out. So obviously we raised substantially more than I was expecting. Our goal was $600, which is already over what we normally raise, which is about 500
Yeah.
per event. And we tripled that 600. We got $1,800, which is way and above what I was expecting. I was at one point, I was talking to Brooke when we were at like 800. And I was like, we might hit $1,000. And
Yeah.
it's like, whoa. And now we're at 800 above that. That's insane. First 12, we hit the goal, I think. And then the second night we were, no, so the second night, I think it was when Michael was playing is when we hit the goal. Because we were at like 574 or whatever.
Yeah.
So we were right there up until Michael started playing. And then when Michael started playing, it just like started going insane. People were donating. I think we raised like 500 or 600 all within that little bit of time.
Oh,
Getting
that's
up
right,
to, like-
because that's whenever he got like the 10.
Yeah, we got the
Freaking,
10 spoonfuls of hot sauce, which was already we had like 5 before that. So it was pretty, it was a lot. Which was insane. The support has been huge this event. And the suffering has been large. My stomach is never felt more empty in my life. But no, it was good.
I love
It's a lot more than I thought we were gonna raise, and it's appreciated. Everyone who's been here, everyone who reached out to friends, family, coworkers to mention it. Something that I appreciate a lot. And yeah, so otherwise it's been really good.
Have you been up the whole time?
Not the
Or,
whole,
like, most
nah.
of it.
Off and on. I napped in that chair several times throughout the marathon. I went upstairs a few different times, and I was kind of in like I'm awake but not conscious kind of state.
A fugue stage.
Yeah. but last marathon, hydrate in the chat. Last marathon, I actually got sick during it because I had just tried to stay up for as long as possible, and we had those lights that are over there turned on, and they were just hitting me, and so I got this massive migraine. I felt nauseous, and I think it was just from staying up way too long. I'm not sure, you know. So this time, not didn't happen. I don't even really have a like. I have like a starting of like a headache, but the fact that that's starting 2 hours from the
Yeah.
end,
It's hard on the body.
the biggest thing that I want to thank everyone on the team for is just how active everyone has been, how there everyone has been.
Dude, that night squad was
The night
that was
squad,
popping
especially
off.
like for previous events, there was normally several times throughout the marathon, both in the day and night, where there would be one person up
Yeah.
playing. And that's really hard to keep going and doing that when you're the only person, when chat's slow, stuff like that. It's hard to keep, it's hard to keep yourself entertained. Like, sure, you're playing a game, but you're in the mentality of I want to keep playing, and I want to be entertaining, and I want to do this. I'm going to throw Noah cam up on the thing, and so
Take this brief moment of silence. I gotta go because apparently they're relying on this vehicle that I have for transportation.
cool. Well, thank you for coming.
You'll be
Yeah, I
missed.
love what you have done with the place. I don't know what it looked like before, but I'm assuming it was just a bunch of bare basement walls.
Yeah, lots
Check
of
the Instagram.
framed up 2x4s, and that was it. Yeah, I'll shoot you a picture of the before and after because the first marathon that we did was in this space when it was still just unfinished basement.
Yeah, I remember that. You showed me that video because somebody farted.
Noah,
Oh yeah, that was me.
yeah, but yeah. Anyways, the having people around, always having at least one person. I think there was only about an hour of time that there was only one person on, and that was Brooke this morning. Um, I think even I think Matthew was in the chat most of the time. Then he stopped by for a little bit. So, um, that was huge for morale, um, and making sure that people um, kept themselves entertained and the energy up. And like even at times where we were all tired, it wasn't like, at least for me personally, it wasn't grueling. It was just like I'm tired and falling asleep while talking. So,
Skulls? I didn't know that was in this one.
Yeah, that's what
yep.
it sounds
But another hydrate in the chat.
Oh, I don't have a water. I'll go get one in a minute.
Cool.
Thank you, Chandler, for having me over.
Thank
Thank you, Nostalgiathon people, for being Nostalgiathon people. I'm just all around impressed that this broke 1K.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's literally triple your goal, which is like, gee whiz.
Yeah.
I was downtown at a coffee and I saw that there was like $8.96 needed.
Yep. Which, by the way, in case anyone was asking, I will attempt to find the clip of it. It was about an hour ago. I did donate the bit and sub revenue
Oh, nice.
that I have received from this event. It was $21.04.
See, I wondered I wondered how the 4 cents came into play.
Yeah,
That makes
so
sense.
that was the sub and bit revenue I would receive from the subs and bits that were during the event. Originally was not going to do that, but I figured, you know what, it was money that I wasn't expecting to get anyways, and so might as well. It wasn't a ridiculous amount, which is good because I didn't have to total up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So an extra little bit that goes towards the charity. So it's been good. It's been fun. I enjoyed the D&D session nights. The Skylar has such a way. It's Lewis. Skylar has such a way to make his character like what you would expect to be one of the most like boring characters possible, like incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
Like in our other
Right?
campaign, he's playing a warforged that doesn't understand emotion, but he's like he brings it around.
Yeah.
So like that's great. Blaze Gym Boots was great. Um, Hannah LC was good. I like the rogue that was very much just like I just want my eggs.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, dude. And you know what's funny? Like maybe like 5 to 10 minutes into it, I forgot why we needed eggs.
it was just because you wanted breakfast from the inn from the tavern keeper.
Yeah.
Um, so there's that. Brooke, you're not gonna join me on the couch? I do have Noah.
Does she know that I messed with her?
She knows that you put something there. Yeah. So I mean, that was great. You should probably put a sign somewhere.
Blank sign on the door.
Um, but yeah. So all in all, incredibly good time. I am terrified to ever bring back hot sauce as a
Oh, yeah.
like like I'm in a torn position because I never want to do that ever again. But
Yeah, that was
also,
rough.
people loved donating for that, and so I'm just like,
Yeah.
if that's
And the
what it
bean,
takes
dude.
for people to donate, I will suffer through a bottle of hot sauce.
If
But
you
I'm
want,
terrified.
I
So
was gonna say, if you want, send me send me all the clip stuff, and I can do the highlights if you want.
I will. I'll get all the clips made
Yeah.
here in the next few days, and then I'll send them your way.
Perfect.
Because I have been too lazy to do highlights of every marathon that we've done. I've done 2 different of them. And I
Am
think
I able to change the
it's either
game?
Logan or Abby coming back on. I think. I don't know if they know, but
Which one's lemon lime?
that's Logan,
Oh,
but
it's
Abby, but
them.
it was
Yeah.
Abby's setup. So yeah, I'm gonna be terrified to ever bring hot sauce back, but
I hear
I
that.
think it it'll probably come back.
Yeah. I mean, it has
Uh,
to at this point.
yeah, I mean like
We could even do a one chip challenge.
we could. The thing is, those chips are expensive.
I'll buy them
Um,
for the kids, dude.
yeah. No, Noah is fat wallet, but no. If we do the one chip challenge, it'll definitely only be like one per person.
Oh, for sure. No,
Yeah, we're not.
there's no multiple of those. We'd have like a
Yeah,
checkboard
yeah, we'd have.
crossed off
Yeah.
on who's already been done.
But yeah, it's been insane. It's been good. The Bean Boozled, honestly, like they didn't taste good. Right? There were
No.
moments where I was like, "Oh, this tastes horrible," and I feel bad. But it was like once I ate it, it was fine.
Yeah.
Especially like the hot sauce sat. that was
Mm-hmm.
that was
Yeah,
the
that was
big
the worst
one.
part for me. Once you got me that water before Mario, that's what really helped me.
Yeah. So I'm pleased. So in the past, the way that we've done remote stuff has been I have a dead Twitch channel, that the username no one would want anyways. But people would stream to that, and I would capture that and put it on. And the way that works great from the perspective of I just have to tell people in OBS where they put their camera and and then uh, it's go time, and I capture that feed and bring it in. Problem is that gives us on the couch in the physical, um, you know,
Location.
attendance. Yeah,
Yeah.
like 20-second delay between what we hear the person talking about on Discord and then what
Yeah.
actually shows up on screen. It makes it to where we can't hear it very well, because I have to pass through audio like twice at that point. It causes issues,
Yeah.
and it makes it to where the person on the other end, because it's being streamed and then captured and then streamed again on like a minute long delay, between what's happening on the stream and then what they see, which isn't huge in like comparison to some things, but it's a lot. This time around, we did a little bit differently. We went through Discord, and I had screen shared on that with the webcam, and I captured that. That allowed me to split off audio if I needed to. Better control of audio on my end, so if I needed to raise or lower someone's voice or game audio, I could do that individually instead of rely on giving that information to them and
Yeah.
only having so much volume control on that. So that was really helpful. There's some things on Discord that I don't like, so I think we're going to do something similar, but I think we're going to find some other way other than Discord's built-in feature for that. But I liked the fact that us on the couch could almost instantaneously see what was going on the other end,
Yeah.
and the audio control that came from that. And some of that we were able to do that, mix that up compared to what we had done in the past, just because there was only two remote situations. One was Michael, and Michael has done remote before, and the layout, despite the overlay, despite having different graphics, is the same overlay style, and so he on the dime, if we needed to, could have swapped and changed that.
Yeah.
And Abby being the other one, we could have her hop in the Discord and then someone follow her on Minecraft on like their player as we
Yeah.
go through, if we needed to, just to like keep that going. So it was games and people who, if we needed to change last minute, we could have. But it's shown that we can totally do this in future marathons, and that is great. Again, I don't think we'll be using Discord again. There's some stuff like the fact that it leaves like the words like live and like volume sliders on the screen for the screen share,
Yeah.
which I can't get rid of. It circles the corners or whatever,
Yeah.
like creates like a rounded corner,
Rounded effect.
which means that unless I want like rounded corner black space inside of the game
You
capture,
gotta
I need to
account
like
for it.
overscan, which sucks.
Yeah.
So I think next time we'll probably use a different tool. I'll be looking into that for remote people, because as much as I would love to have every single person in person, um, with the size that we are now and with all the different places that we're in, and our mixed schedules, that's not viable.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to tell anyone on the team that no, you can't participate because you're remote. That's
Yeah.
first off,
And
that's getting rid of people who can totally participate.
exactly. I
And
was about to say,
take
I'd
some of
rather
the
it look bad and be a little janky than
yeah
someone not be able to participate, because that's always somebody that, maybe somebody specifically wants to donate during someone's specific time.
yeah. Well, in like Michael's case, he's remote, right? And so if I would
Yeah.
have told him no,
There's
Beefarino
no way he could
would
have.
not have donated the ridiculous amount that he would have. He might have,
Yeah.
hopped in and donated a little bit because Michael would have shared it, but he wouldn't. He donated
Yeah.
for sure, like yeah, for the kids, but also to totally just see Michael down ghost pepper hot
Yeah.
sauce.
Exactly. He wanted to
Um,
try and get rid of him as quick and efficiently as possible.
yeah. So I don't think I'm never gonna force an in-person attendance if possible. I think um, of all of the negatives that COVID has caused, the live stream environment, especially for marathon and charity events like this, um, it's kind of changed the game to allow for remote stuff. So like
Yeah.
the two that we had done before that, you had to be in person.
Mm-hmm.
For charity live streams like Zeldathon, which was a major inspiration for us doing this. They play through all the Legend
Yeah.
of Zelda games for charity. They were all in person for a long time. But when COVID hit, they set up completely remote stuff. And then they set up, okay, well, like regional hubs. So like if you can make it to this thing, we don't all need to fly out. We're in smaller things and you have to,
Yeah.
but if you need to be completely remote, you can. So that, it's changed the game in terms of that. It's allowed more people to participate. There's speed running events like this. GDQ is a huge one. ESA is a huge one where they raise a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
Where in the past they've had to be physical attendance. They're basically conventions, but they have transitioned to allow remote participants as well. So while they've gone
Mm-hmm.
back to a physical presence again, I think it's, as much as it sucks to have to be remote in a lot of scenarios,
Yeah.
it's a great opportunity that was made to allow more people to participate, allow wider audiences to have knowledge of the cause and stuff like that. So that's really good. In terms of future events, I mean, keep an eye on our website nostalgiathon.com. That's where all updates come for events, as well as the Twitter at Thon Nostalgia. There's a link on that on the website to all our socials.
Mm-hmm.
We put out information when we get it. There's oftentimes a lot of quietness on our social channels just because we don't do a ton outside of these events. Noah and I, every once in a while, and I don't know if we're going to get back into it. We both have pretty busy schedules recently, but we did the Nostalgiathon podcast, which was about an hour every week where we would hop on and just talk about tech and games and whatever we wanted to. And for Noah and I, that largely was just an excuse for us to be able to hop on a call
Hang
together
out.
and hang out. Because Noah and I have been friends for almost, if not a decade at this point.
Yeah. Over, right?
No, because like
Next
I think
year
I
it'll
met
be
you
a
in
decade.
seventh. I met you in seventh grade.
How old are you in 7th grade?
I don't know, but
I'm about to Google how old are 7th grade.
yeah. How old are you in seventh grade?
Around 12 to 13. How old are you?
I'm 24. So yeah, we met about a decade ago. Yeah. So Noah is one of my longest friends that I've ever had. And he was part of the first marathon. And so when I went off to college, he was still around the area. But when I went off to go get my bachelor's degree, we didn't hang out nearly as much. There was a lot less communication that was happening. And so after a few
It was hard.
events, I looked at Noah and I said, "You want to do this?" Because I just, getting on the phone with Noah again and being able to just like talk for an hour about tech, games, things. It was a lot of fun. For us, on a personal reason, we don't have as much reason for that anymore because I see Noah weekly. We play D&D.
Yeah,
We go play
exactly.
disc golf and stuff like that. So
Not the past 2 weeks though.
yeah, not the past 2 weeks, but that was in preparation of the event.
Yeah, that was about to say. That was for
that was in
this.
preparation for the event, and we played disc golf last weekend. We played a
You
9-hole
did?
round.
Oh, yeah. That did not go great.
No, it didn't. It was a pretty bad round, but
In case
so
Michael sees this, my Switch is fully updated now.
yeah, Michael or Matthew?
Matthew. That's what I meant to
Yeah.
say.
Matthew. Yeah. So there's not as
I
much
had just
reason on a
read Michael's
personal note.
name.
Yeah. On a personal note, there's not as much reason for the podcast for Noah and I. I would still love to do it just because
Yeah.
I enjoy
Well,
talking about
I was
tech.
just looking at the Google Doc the other day, and I think the last one was like February 25th or something.
Yeah, it was because after that is when you started on that huge project that you had in
Yeah.
Nebraska.
And it got
And
expanded till next March.
yeah, you so Noah works he travels a lot for his job. And so
A
we had to work
lot.
around that a lot. And
I wake up tomorrow
and
at 5 a.m. to leave.
which by the way, just heads up for everyone in the D&D squad. No D&D tomorrow. We're taking this week to rest. But I'm going to talk with everyone throughout the week, and hopefully next Monday is when we can get that going again. It depends on
For sure.
your guys' schedule and everything. But
Yeah. I'll be good.
some cool things planned. Yeah, so we'll see if that comes back. That puts a weekly post on the website, just to make sure that you guys know that we're alive. Otherwise, yeah, I mean,
never rests.
Shibata never rests. Normally, though, there's like a 3-month gap in between news on the website, just because after these events, it takes a little while for us to be ready to kind of just sit down and start looking at the next
what
dates
to
for
do
the
for the next
event.
one. Yeah.
You know,
That's the thing that takes the longest, is just trying to come up with a
come up with the
schedule.
dates and stuff like that for everyone. Something that's always it sits heavier on me than I think everyone else, is what charity we raise for. And so
Yeah.
I, as many other people do, love St. Jude, and they can always use more assistance and more help.
Yeah.
But I want to branch out and
For sure.
support other charities, and they may other there are going to be other major charities for sure.
Yeah.
Direct Relief is one that we've done in the past. I think maybe we'll do Doctors Without Borders at some point. So uh, figuring that out is something that I normally like to do before announcing the event itself. Is kind of determining who we're raising for, what at least our time frame is to confirm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, what are you looking for during this month? Okay, we have like a 2-week period that we have that everyone is confirmed. During that 2 weeks, I can take some time off or whatever,
Yeah.
or I can allocate some time for this. And that around that time is normally when I start the news train, the announcement train.
Yeah.
And then once we nail down like a final date, that oftentimes doesn't even happen until about a month out of the event, sometimes 2.
Mm-hmm.
But because we're working with, I think what this event had 13 people. There was, I mean, let's go through the names. So we had Abby, we had Logan, we had Michael, Nick, Noah, Skylar, Brooke, Matthew, Gideon, myself. I think that was everyone.
You, Brooke, me, Michael, Gideon, Logan, Abby, Matthew, Nick, Skylar.
I think you said Nick twice.
You, Brooke, me, Michael, Matthew, Logan, Nick, Skylar, Abby.
So I have 10.
I've left someone off each time.
Yeah, I have 10 people, but the big thing is with that 10 people, you also have to count for significant others. So like,
Yeah.
Noah and Skylar are both married. Michael lives with his girlfriend. Nick lives with his girlfriend. So not only is it the participants that are actually there, it's the, hey, by the way, I might be, I'm gonna be MIA for 48 hours, because even when you're not on camera, you might have like the night shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys went home and I presume just kind of like slept. So you were not during,
Oh yeah, hardcore. When I left last
Yeah.
night, it was so that I could go prep for work. Because let's see, as soon as we're done with this, I will be driving out to your place to pick up my stuff and then go to work real quick.
Yeah. So like it's one of those things where you just when you're working with these amount of people, you have to be flexible with the schedule up until you can
Mm-hmm.
say definitively this is when it is.
Yeah.
You're going to be there. And so
And we were working with a soft schedule around that February date from when we were doing the podcast. We were trying to come up with when would
mhm.
be a good
Yeah,
time to do it.
it was a soft schedule of like, all right, well, we might be looking towards the end of summer. Largely, Logan gave us a pretty good window of time because his summer obligations let us know that
Yeah.
okay, well, it had to be in August. But when in
Yeah.
August, you know,
I remember I had said like I had vacation this week starting Monday, and then I would get back Thursday, and then we could start Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
yeah. So, um, it's definitely one of those things where we have an idea, but a great example for like having to be very flexible with attendance and times and stuff like that is the first, I think it was the first all digital one, the first hybrid. Noah,
Oh yeah.
you said I can be there, and then 2 days before you're like some emergencies happen, I can't be there, and I just said
Yeah.
okay, we'll get it figured out, and then like 2 hours before the start of the marathon, you're like I can be there. And so I had
Put
changed the
me in,
schedule like
coach.
3 times.
Yeah.
And it's something that, we're not a huge, like I've said before, Zeldathon, Games Done Quick, and ESA, European Speed Assembly,
Mm-hmm.
Speedrunners Assembly, is they're all fairly well established. They have teams. They have teams. Like Zeldathon's team is like 70 to 80 people, if not more. There are hundreds of people who participate in ESA and uh, S, GDQ Games Done Quick. So, they have the ability to say during these times, this is what's happening. Can you be there or can you not? But we're a team of 10 people. We do need everyone that we have.
Oh, absolutely.
Because like even this marathon, posture check. This marathon has been the best in terms of overall group of people, having everyone involved. I would love to have every participant back at some point. Quentin is a person that I would love to have in at another
I was about to
marathon.
say, I was
He was in the
thinking I could.
Netherlands, so like the
Oh,
time
that's
conflict
right.
is difficult. But I would love to have him back on. Last marathon, he was in via call for a little bit. He was playing some Ghost of Tsushima with me. It was early in the morning for him and late in the night
Yeah.
for me. Or no, early in the morning for me, and it was like 5 p.m. for him, I think, actually.
Yeah. Hadn't he
So,
like
like,
just gotten off work or something?
something like that. But, I would love to have everyone, everyone back again.
Yeah.
And,
The turnout for this has
it's,
been like amazing.
yeah, this by far has been the best in terms of always having people around. Like I said, Brooke
Yeah.
had to was the only person that ever had only herself on stream, and that was only for I think about an hour and a half. In the past it's been 4 hours where sometimes people were by themselves or longer. I know Brooke, during the first all digital when she was playing Twilight Princess, was had 2 nights of what were the nights? 6 hours each. So you had 12 hours basically of only Matthew in the chat occasionally. So so this has been one of the better in terms of that. Better in terms of like I know it's tiring, especially for a lot of the night crew. I know Brooke's tired because she had to work yesterday.
Yeah.
So she had to start. She was the opener of the marathon, right? and she went all the way up until we started D&D, I believe, is when she went upstairs, and then
Yeah.
maybe it was a little bit before
I
that. It
think it was
wasn't too much
before that.
before
I
that
think,
though.
let's see, what did we do that day?
About
Oh, yeah,
9
no.
o'clock.
It was up
Yeah.
until that because she played all of Minecraft.
Yeah, you were there. You were there for Minecraft, most if not all of it. You might have stopped a little early, but so you were up all of that, and then you
Until,
had to
yeah.
wake up to go to work the next morning, and then you had to
Yeah.
work,
Oh my
and then you
gosh, it
had to
was
come back
so.
on and be on stream.
Yeah, what was that at like 2 something?
Yeah, and so you were on stream again until
Until I came back.
yeah until Mario
I
Party
did
was done.
9.
You were back on stream.
Yeah.
So until 8, and then you went upstairs, and
It was so
and
exciting
then you
whenever she
woke up
woke up
again this
for work.
morning.
I was so excited to see another human being.
That wasn't dead tired.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's tiring on everyone, but I think that this time around has been the best in terms of like no singular person has just been like we're all
Suffering.
tired. Yeah. So like in previous marathons, I mentioned it. Like last marathon that we did, I was exhausted to the
Dude,
point
you
where
were.
the entire
I felt so
last
bad for you.
16 hours I was out of commission.
Yeah.
I looked at there was a point where I actually looked at Logan and Brooke and I said, I am sorry, but I cannot be in that. I you guys have to take over from here, and I am relying on you.
Yeah.
Because and I need to do that more. I need to rely more on the people that I have on the team, because
I fully agree with this.
I
We only need you to come and turn the microphones back on.
yeah.
Oh my
Think-
gosh. I was like, what just happened?
the thing is, for me, this show is my baby, right?
Yeah.
Doing this is something that no one knows. When we did the first one back in like what was it, 2016 with Trevor, and
Yeah.
this is something that like I've wanted to do for a long time, and I've wanted to have a
Yeah.
consistent growing stream, and so I'm very particular about how I want the overlays. Nick,
Oh,
you guys, all of you
absolutely.
guys actually mentioned this at one point. Nick and Skylar brought it up. Noah, you brought it up where when I was setting up all of the stuff and I was talking about like, hey, we have to hiatus D&D for a little bit.
Yeah.
They're like, well, do you want help with like making overlays or setting up stuff or anything like that?
Yeah.
Making a poster, and I said no. I've got
How many
it,
times a
because
day did I ask you, do you need me to bring this? Do you need me to bring this? Do you
yeah,
need me to
Noah
bring this?
several times. Yeah, it's
Which
like
next year I have what we need. Like I've got I have a 4K distribution amp for video that we can use. I've got a rack mountable 6x switcher that we can use. Oh, bye Abby.
bye.
His headset had died.
Yeah, it's like I was like, she's still in the call for a little bit, but
Yeah. I heard like a noise and then it was like blah, blah, blah.
yeah. So Noah is Echo here. Let me. Oh, I know why.
Oh, is it from TV?
Yeah,
is
it's
it
because I
from,
put the Elgato capture on. And so it was
Oh.
picking up the Elgato capture and the computer. But you're good now. I got it taken care of. So, well, that one you're
Oh.
on your computer, and I just had to like hit the mute button.
2017. That's when the first one was.
So yeah, so back in 2017, I mean, like Noah knows, I was like, yeah, and the only thing that I think I relied on everyone else on was just like bringing stuff because I didn't have equipment at that point.
Yeah.
I think like the microphone was from Trevor, the camera was from Noah, the lights were
That was
from
Trevor's
Noah.
too.
I think Noah brought a Wii U. It might have been capture card, HDMI splitter. I had the TV. There was a couch that was
Yeah.
brought. So like,
Yeah,
other
that
than
was mine
providing
too.
the space and the stream computer, I didn't do that. I was pretty much just like, yeah. And I stayed awake a lot of the time, but we didn't, make it that long. The next one um, was a lot more structured.
Yeah. I was
But
surprised we didn't make it for that full time as compared to what we did this year.
I think the big thing is because this one was structured, right? Because that first one, it was
Oh
basically
yeah, that's
like
true.
it was basically just like we will play whatever game we want whenever we want. There's no like this person needs to be on at this time. This person, everyone just kind of wanted to be in all at once,
Yeah.
and we all just we hit the wall and got tired out. Whereas in ever since then, the lesson learned was make sure someone is rested,
Mhm.
and that not always been successful in every previous marathon up until I think last one. There has always been a time where it's been like, hey, I'm gonna throw the BRB. We'll be back in like 2 hours screen
Yeah.
on, because we had to sleep. This
Yeah.
one, there was moments where we were definitely probably all asleep, but we made
Oh,
it
for
through.
sure me.
Yeah.
Dude, I was out for up until I started playing Mario Galaxy. I was out.
Oh yeah. Um, yeah. I think I need to rely a bit more on other people in terms of just like running the stream itself. So I wanted Brooke. I did a little bit more this year of relying on her in terms of that, but it was still very much like there was only so many things that I would like. I wanted to be, yeah. It was basically like, all right, well, if you need to change what console is doing what, this thing needs to be done in this order, and that was pretty
Yeah.
much it. Because the capture card would go
That's
to sleep if the computer would go to sleep,
mhm.
which means that certain things needed to like go in a certain order. But yeah, all in all,
That's why I want to add the HDMI switcher and
yeah,
other thing. That way we've got less things taxed on computers and other stuff. Take out less variables.
yeah. I mean, in future events, some of this is going to be like we're slowly going to grow our equipment that is used dedicated for Nostalgiathon. I would like better quality mics. Um, I'm debating on whether or not we do like lapel mic setups or whether or not we do like Noah's got a Shure SM7 right there. Um,
I also have lapel mics, but I left them in Nebraska or I would have brought them.
well, and the big thing with the lapel mics that made me hesitate was just like making sure that they were clipped onto everyone.
Yeah.
And doing stuff like that. So I
And you
didn't
don't want
want
to
it
do
to be
that like
like,
on camera.
well, I didn't want it to also be like, well, we only have like 3 mics, but there's like 5 people.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, but in the future, I was like, I think we're gonna slowly build up our equipment set. We have decent lights. They're not like anything special, but we have decent lights for lighting if we ever need to do that. If the environment doesn't allow for it. Um, I would like to get off of webcams at some point. I don't think
Yeah,
that's going to happen anytime soon. Mirrorlesses
oh,
are
dude,
expensive.
by
DSLRs are
by
expensive.
next time we will have a Black Magic to shoot with.
So, um, yeah, I would like at least to get off of a few of the webcams because right now we're running off of 3 webcams. Those are our cameras. The one that was like close up on me for D&D, that one's fine to have because I don't have to run an extension cable. Um, stuff like that. All in all, I'm expecting future marathons to be um, higher quality. I don't think we're going
Yeah.
to extend the time anytime soon. 48 hours is still pretty rough for us.
Yeah.
I've thought about doing a couple of different things, like having it be a all day thing where it's like, okay, so we're live during the day, and then we do a recap. We rerun it at night.
Yeah.
I've thought about doing that, but that runs into a problem where, like, let's say Clinton, right? Clinton is on a separate, he's in a different time zone substantially.
Yeah.
Let's say that we, all of a sudden people who can only watch at night or want to donate at night can't, because, or they don't want to, they're afraid to because their donation is going to be missed. The rest of us are going to be asleep. Like that would
Yeah.
allow us to extend it to probably, 4 or 5 days, just because
Mm-hmm.
we would be able to like have the days, but it would be pretty. There's logistical problems all around with all of a sudden just being like, all right, well, half the stream is just our rerun of the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't think we're going to extend the amount of time that we do anytime soon. I think 48 hours is still going to be our limit for the next little bit.
Yeah.
And I think the way that it's going to work is 48 hours, and then we're going to slowly grow our team as time goes on. And then once we hit the point where we can add another day, we might do that. But
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
that's going to be as we add team members over time, and that's a slow process, because the big thing for me is I like the feel of, all right, it's just everyone's friends. I'm like, Noah has never met in person Logan before, right? But like,
No, that was great.
yeah, but the vibe of just like, yeah, I mean, we're all friends. Like
Yeah.
that's the big thing, and I want to keep that. So I'm pretty particular about who is on the team. I'm pretty
Yeah.
particular about how big the team is at any given point in time. I don't want to just be like, cool, we're going to
Absolutely.
contact like a whole bunch of streamers that would totally be down for this, and just like,
Yeah.
I want it to be people that we know, people that we're friends with, and that we're comfortable have on.
I know we've talked about this in the past, but what are your thoughts if we moved some things towards a like not necessarily a just timed slot, but more of like just a completed slot. So like with Nostalgiathon,
Like we're just gonna,
or with like Zeldathon,
yeah, where
if we get to a certain
we
point,
beat the
we
game.
gotta, yeah,
I like the concept of that.
super depends on the game though.
It super depends on the game, and that necessitates a more structured, like heavily structured and more
Yeah,
flexible schedule from everyone on the team.
exactly.
Because we could totally, like, with the amount of people that we have, we could totally do that. But let's say Twilight Princess, for example,
That's exactly what my thought was.
That would take 18 hours to beat realistically,
Yeah.
at the pace that, like, if we skip through the story, sure, it might be a little short, but
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden that takes up almost a full 24,
Yeah, that's
and
a
so,
whole
we're
one
like
of the
we're like
days.
playing, we're playing what, 3 games during the
Yeah,
event. Not
yeah,
everyone gets to play what they want, and so
yeah.
the structure of it
We'd have
would
to come up
largely
with,
depend on the
yeah,
game.
we'd have to move it towards incentives to, complete up until this point or
Yeah.
whatnot.
And so, the thing is, yeah, the hardest part is just like, because the flexibility that would have to come with how long it takes to beat a game. Okay, well, cool. I know that you said that you're available from, like, technically the schedule says that you're on from, let's say, 5 to 9. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Well, but the person beat the game at like 4:30, so now you have to come on 30 minutes early. Sorry.
yeah. We
Um,
would definitely need it to be to a point where everybody is solely there for the entire time.
yeah,
And that
which is
probably
hard
won't be able to
because,
happen for a while.
yeah, um, that is basically necessitating everyone on the team, me look at them and say, listen, I know you have families, I know you have jobs, but hey,
Yeah,
you don't during this weekend.
yeah,
And I don't think we're at a scale currently where
yeah.
that
I
is
think it's gonna
reasonable
take some
for
time.
me to ask of people.
Yeah.
I think we could totally say, okay, well, we can have it to where the games are completed, and that's the thing, but they have to be games of 2 hours or less in length, or 3
Oh,
hours or
for
less in
sure.
length. But that, that again, you run into the problem of, okay, well, or they are non-completable games. There's something like Smash
Mm-hmm.
Brothers. There's something like
Yeah, or
Fall Guys,
Minecraft, or well, I guess you
Minecraft.
can try to complete Minecraft.
Yeah, and so like those are, non-completable games, but then you run into the issue of, well, not everyone gets to play the game that they want to play, because like the big thing
Yeah.
about this is like the purpose of Nostalgiathon is to bring back the feeling of I'm just gonna go hang out with my friends and play my favorite
Yeah,
game.
that's true. That's true.
Um,
The heart of
you
it
know,
is just hanging out.
it's just hanging out, and I don't want to ever tell someone, okay, cool, yeah, you can play a game, sure. What game do you want to play? Nope, you can't play that one. Nope, you can't play that one. Nope,
Yeah.
and I've Brooke knows this. I've done that in the past. I'm very hesitant whenever she wants to play Twilight Princess because I know that she's just going to be starting Twilight Princess again. We're only going to
Yeah.
get 4 hours into Twilight Princess, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, you know, um, I
We're
would
gonna
love
walk in
for
the
her to be able
ceiling
to complete
14
it.
times in a row.
Yeah. So, I think eventually we will reach a point where, yes, once our team grows to a certain point where it's like, yeah, long games are completable, and our
Yeah.
schedule is a bit more flexible. um, then that's totally doable. But I think we would basically have to double the team by the time that
Yeah.
happens. Um,
Oh, absolutely.
and doubling the team doesn't necessarily mean doubling the length of the marathon, because again, you're now having to schedule around all these different
Mhm.
responsibilities that people have, right? Because they have lives, and so that might add just another. And doubling the team might just add another day. Doubling the team
Mhm.
might add 3 days. It depends on everyone's flexibility. So I think in the future, it was discussed, briefly mentioned, and in the chat, it's talking about future locations for Nostalgiathon.
Yeah.
Doing it in where I live has always provided a guaranteed level of consistency,
Yeah.
not necessarily level of quality. Um, and the consistency is the part that I'm big on. But after this marathon, especially with it being rough with where we are now, especially, there's not a guest room that people can go take a nap in or sleep in if they need
Yeah.
to. This the basement that we're in right now, it's Brooke and I's living room, and it's our office space, but it's also Palm's entire living space. And so when people are here for 48 hours and he's with the lights on and noise being made and he's not sleeping, that
Yeah.
aggravates him, and that puts a stress on everyone, because now Palm is entering attack mode on people, and that's not
Yeah.
something that I want people to have to deal with. And so figuring out ways to avoid that, it was brought up that Airbnbs might be an option. And so I think just proper research and vetting on that, it's totally
Oh, for sure.
possible.
I've
Um,
got a few places already picked out that I
yeah,
think would be good.
I my biggest thing is I run into a personal issue just from the perspective of, okay, so we rent out this Airbnb for $200 this week. I don't know how much Airbnbs cost, but it's like we're there for
Yeah.
48 hours, and so we rent it out for 2 days, and that's like $150. Well, that's $150 that instead we could have just personally donated to. But
See, I
we
had
we
thought
also
about
run
that.
into the thing of we run it, and so like I also have to realize that we run into the thing of, okay, so our quality is higher, everyone's mood is higher, and so
Yeah.
that incentivizes larger and more donations from people. People stop into the stream who aren't our friends and family and see, okay, well, this is hype, this is
Yeah.
quality, and so they want to stick around. So
And I can probably
I
get
think,
us a house sponsored
yeah,
for the event. So we wouldn't have to even
and
pay for it.
and I think I in the past it's definitely been a point of like, but I think we've hit a point in size now that that's definitely possible.
Yeah.
I will clarify. I don't think the next marathon we're going to raise as much as we did this time, and if we do or
Yeah.
raise more, fantastic. I
That's
would
awesome.
love that.
Our goal will
Um,
still probably be the same.
yeah, our goal, I might bump it up to 700.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to set it to 1800, because this was an extraordinary turnout. This was an
Yeah.
exception to the norm. And as much as I would love for it to continue to happen or continue to grow, I'm not expecting it.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I,
You
I
can't
think
assume that kind of thing.
I think we need to foster the environment that allows for that. And so setting
Yeah.
up a proper set like experience that's comfortable for everyone, that has rooms for people to rest in, that we don't have to worry about the pets upstairs, pets downstairs, that allows us to do that would be great.
Yeah.
So proper research would be a thing. In terms of this winter marathon, I am wanting to do one, but it's going to be largely dependent on what we just talked about because I don't think we
Yeah.
can do another one here.
Yeah.
Um, I do not want to put the big thing for me is like it's not stressful for me when Palm gets upset because Palm gets upset. I live with the cat, right? I'm used to it. It happens.
Yeah.
And so like while it does upset me and provide me with some stress, it's not anything that I don't normally deal with. A lot of people
Yeah.
like when you're just sitting there playing D&D and all of a sudden Palm comes up and hisses at you and bats at your face. Well, now we got now we got a problem. And
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to
then
put
we're
the team through that
derailed
again.
for 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't want to put the team through that again. The
Yeah.
dogs upstairs coming in and out of the house, it was always just like I'm gonna hold going to the bathroom because the dogs are still awake,
Oh, yeah. I didn't pee for the
Um,
first 16 hours.
so I think it's definitely one of those things where largely when specifically and also how this next marathon plays out is going to be dependent on location. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be one of two things that we see is it's going to be either an all remote um, if we are not able to secure another location,
Yeah.
or it'll be another strong hybrid event, but we would have to secure another location.
Yeah.
Um, because I don't. It puts more work on my end in terms of setup, in terms of
Mhm.
moving my equipment, stuff like that. But it provides a much
Yeah.
more um, easy experience during the event itself.
Yeah.
So
Well, hey, if it makes you
next,
feel any better, I'm working on getting a stream rack set up for this kind of thing.
it does make me feel better. But yeah,
The
so
only thing that we have left to do to put it together is to get the PC case. That's it.
nice. So yeah, that's for sure something that like I'm open to moving towards now that I've been very hesitant on the past.
Yeah.
So
It's logical now. It
uh,
wasn't then.
yeah, it wasn't then. And like our size is much greater now.
Yeah.
Than it was a little bit ago. Our consistency of 48-hour marathons is there.
Yeah.
The need for potential guest bedrooms for people traveling in, like Logan would have totally stayed the night if we had a place for him.
Yeah.
Um, uh, you know, so it would have been easier on everyone on the team if there was like a place for everyone to go take a rest if they needed to.
For sure.
So that's something that we'll look into in the future. For sure, next summer's marathon will be in a different location, just because Brooke and I will have
Yeah.
moved at that point. Um, it's one of those things where, um, again, if we start doing other locations than where I live at that point, then we'll do that. Otherwise, when we move, um, we'll have a room set up specifically for this event. We'll have a space set up with a rest location, and then Palm won't be allowed in either of
Mhm.
those spaces. So,
Yeah.
um, but for sure, a lot of future marathons is going to be quality of life. Like the improvements that will be seen over time will be quality of life things for the team primarily.
Yeah.
Growing the team will be a goal of mine over the next little bit. A lot of that's going to be depending on um, people's availability, who all would feel comfortable being on stream.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a very slow process.
Mhm.
I think one of the things that I miss personally, just because I didn't get to I didn't and voluntarily did not participate in many of the games that were group based, as I
Yeah.
miss the group based games.
Yeah.
So in the future, we might have. There was plenty of them, but they were all on the same day. I guess Minecraft
Yeah.
counts, but it counts in a different way. Like Mario Party was one of them. That's like I
Oh,
totally
for
would have played
sure.
Mario Party if I wasn't dead.
I'd see. I'm in that same boat. I would have played, but after D&D, I needed to go
Yeah,
sleep. I didn't wake up until like noon.
yeah. And so I think opening up, like these are the party game times for every day, will
Yeah.
be something that I'm thinking about. And yeah, so there's a number of other things that I've thought of branching out into, like certain types of pre-recorded content. So like,
Yeah, for sure.
a lot of the team likes to go play disc golf. If we
Yes, I
record,
was
if
hoping this is where you were going.
so if we record a round of disc golf and then we watch through it and step by step think of like, okay, well, this is what happened, and we talk about it and we laugh at the fact that we
Yeah, that's
hit
2 hours
trees.
right
And
there.
yeah, that's 2 if not 3 hours as we like pause and talk about it and laugh
Yeah.
and have it, because the big thing with Nostalgiathon is that it's gaming centric, right? But
Yeah.
in the name, there's nothing about it that forces it to be about games, right
Yeah.
now we're just talking.
Exactly.
We're
Yeah.
just chilling. There was memes earlier, and so it's just like it's it's all about hitting the nostalgic part of just like enjoying time with your friends, with things that
Yeah.
entertain you. And there's certain things that obviously we can't do. We can't just watch movies and TV shows, just because
Yeah.
DMCA stuff, copyright laws. But we can, pre-record a disc golf match, and then we talk about that. We laugh at the dumb stuff that we do. We can. It was mentioned at one point, okay, well, what happens if like we go out with like a stream setup? We have like a mobile setup that we might try and do at some point to like go through this. And
That's way down the line.
that's way down the line, primarily just because inconsistency of cell signal. We don't
Yeah.
like we would have to be streaming off of our phones, which is totally possible. People do that, right? Just
Yeah.
chatting and live content. People do that all the time.
But like we'd be in the woods.
We'd be out in the wood. Oh, and some areas have better reception of that, but it's just like it's one of those things that it's a lot easier if we can just be like, well, we're gonna fast forward through this part instead of like, okay, well, we've been hitting like trees every single time, and
Oh,
we need
absolutely.
to stop every so often to like look for a donation, and you have to
Yeah,
pause incentives at that point because we're not gonna carry around a bag of hot sauce with us while we're playing disc golf.
exactly. Oh gosh,
Uh,
we'd be throwing up.
at least
Well, I
not
was
for
gonna say too, if we do it that way, what happened to us last weekend while we were playing, hopefully then wouldn't happen. We got
Mhm.
like 9-ish holes in, and we were like, we're done for the day.
Yeah,
No
we
more.
could if we had like a bad recording session of us playing disc golf, we could just do another one.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Or if it
opening
starts
it up to
raining.
things that are yeah, opening it up to more things that are not just games. Obviously, we've done that recently with D&D. I'm totally opening it up to, and I'm saying this now. Board games, any and all, are also an option. So if someone
Okay.
wanted to
Yay.
play Monopoly, if someone wanted to play like another tabletop RPG, whatever
We
is,
could play love letters.
yeah. So
We
I'm
could play
saying it now.
Gloomhaven.
Uh, we could play Gloom. Yeah, so like, we could run like a session of Gloom. So it's totally something that like
Yeah.
I am now. I'm very comfortable doing because it has been
Especially
proven through
now
the
we've got
D&D
more
setup this
cameras.
time. The D&D
Yeah,
setup this
exactly.
time, I'm very happy with how that turned out. There was
Dude, that was
some
so cool.
errors that I could have prevented just because I didn't swap cameras early enough.
Yeah.
There was some glare. We could handle lighting a bit better, but proving that we can totally do that and have remote people involved with it, um, makes me fully happy with like if we wanted to just sit down and for 4 hours play Monopoly, if we wanted to,
Yeah.
play Catan, um,
Oh, absolutely.
we could do that. There's going to be some limitations on it. Like we can't play Cards Against Humanity for the same reason that I try to
Yeah,
limit people cursing. There's some things in there that I don't want to have
exactly.
associated with us, but
I also don't like playing that game, so I wouldn't even play.
I like playing it. It needs a certain environment.
Yeah, you might as well just
Uh,
play like apples to apples at that point.
Yeah. So I think that opening it up to things that are not explicitly video games
Mm-hmm.
will be good for everyone involved. We won't have to be staring at a TV the entire time. It allows us to like
Yeah,
more comfortable, because like the thing with playing a video game is also you have to be focused almost the entire time. Whereas in like if we're
yeah,
playing a board game and just hanging out, okay, cool. Hey guys, it's your turn. I'm gonna go grab a snack. I'm gonna
yeah,
get up, run to the restroom.
yeah. There's
And
parts
D
of the
and
story that
D,
you're able to
yeah,
miss.
D&D showed some of that. It's a bit harder with D&D just because you do have to be immersed in the world. But
Yeah,
the 2 hours of hot sauce eating showed that it's possible to like get disrupted and come back and be fine.
I tried
Um,
to immerse myself as much as possible, being deaf and blind at one point. So I was like, I just don't listen to this part. I don't want to know if like what I'm
uh,
walking into.
yeah. So it's
Freaking
good,
Logan cut the
and
rope.
I mean that's kind of our tentative future plans for the moment.
Yeah,
No set time on when this winter one's going to be coming up. I'm going to be talking with the team
yeah,
progressively over the next few months and figuring out what we can and can't do in terms of time frames.
yeah.
With
What we need to
especially
change.
the guys in terms of locations. Um, I may even potentially have one. I'm gonna have so the neighborhood that I live in has a neighborhood like uh, community, like a neighborhood. It's not really a house, it's just like a hangout
Yeah,
place, right? Like a venue. Um, and I don't know what all its facilities are, right? I know it
yeah.
obviously has a bathroom. We could totally set up an area for people to sleep, but I don't know if it has internet. If it doesn't have internet, it's not going to work. Um,
That's what I was about to bring up to you actually also. Do you
I
remember
don't.
the place that we stayed at here with Ben?
Mm-hmm.
That's got, I believe it's got gigabit internet, and
Yeah.
it's super cheap.
Yeah. So if we could, reserve literally 48 hours in that room uninterrupted, that's
Yeah,
one thing. If we could, and I don't know how comfortable people are with like, yeah, you can have it overnight. But like it's the neighborhood clubhouse, I guess.
yeah,
Here, if that offers it up, because that offers up also the ability to be like, okay, cool. Like there's a full fridge there. We could set up a place for sleeping and stuff like that. But also
yeah,
there's my house a walk away. And so if like
yeah,
you need to just completely separate, go there, you know?
yeah,
Um, and so if we need to like run and grab a cable, there's a spot that, and so we'll see. A lot of that's going to be proper research, what Airbnbs exist, whether or not this clubhouse has internet, the
yeah.
place that we did for the bachelor party, and
Hmm. You can
it's
sort Airbnbs by like faster internet now too,
yeah.
which is nice.
And because we don't necessarily also even need fast internet, like 200
Yeah,
down, 200 up would be fully usable. We don't need full gig. We
yeah,
just need consistent internet.
yeah.
Um,
Not
and
Starlink.
that's
Get
so
roasted.
it's going to require some research on what we're able to do,
Yeah,
for sure, and proper setup. Beyond that, I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I appreciate everyone who participated.
yeah. This was
I
great.
appreciate everyone who spread the word and everyone who's donated. It's been good. I wish a little bit that Skylar had taken his cakes with him.
We talked about that earlier. He was like, "I feel so bad. I
Brooke,
left
did
the
you say that you
cake
ate his cake? Oh, you can't. Yeah, Brooke can't eat his cake, and I can't eat all
because
of
it's
that cake,
chocolate." Yeah,
chocolate. So like generally, what happens at these events is I supply snacks. Are there more beans? There are more beans currently. Yes. Um,
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
um, there are more beans. But what happens? I supply snacks to everyone, and leftovers that I don't personally want, I just let people take home with them. Noah, you have your pick of snacks you can take with you.
I'll see what room I have.
Yeah, it's like you're about to go on a work trip,
Yeah,
so I don't
I'm
even,
almost fully loaded up.
um, and like it's not a big deal. Yeah, and Noah can have it all at work as a snack.
Shut up, Skylar.
Um,
Thank
but yeah,
you.
so it's one of those things where I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with all these snacks. Um, we'll see. I mean, some of them obviously, like the Cheez-Its, easy to keep, right? The chips, easy to
Yeah.
keep. Salsa I can put in the
Oh
fridge.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh, dude.
Oh no.
Yes, we freaking
B.
broke 2,000. Did you just get beaned?
I got beaned. So I'm going to
Eat more beans.
presume that this is like
How many
all
beans
right.
is that?
Hold
Times
on.
10. Oh my gosh.
No, so hold on. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's 20 beans
Oh my gosh.
that I have to eat. Yeah, thanks for giving me the hydrate right before I do this.
I don't have any.
You might need to. I'm just letting you know if tomorrow I feel horrible and I'm throwing up, you might need to give me Tuesday off of work too. I'm just letting you know.
Because this is Nostalgiathon podcast, I do have something random to show that I got. I have this like
HDMI extender.
HDMI extender.
Those would be used.
Forgot I had this. Yeah, exactly. We've got so much random crap, dude.
Oh. Okay, so I got to do 20 beans, and
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm not gonna spin the wheel. I'm not gonna just start eating them. I'm gonna grab some of each flavor, and we're gonna go through the flavors. All right.
Yes.
So
I'm so glad I'm here right now.
there's this one, this one, this one, this one, and
Dog food,
I think
dog
that's
food, dog
all
food,
of them
dog
that
food,
are.
dog food, dog food, dog food.
I think we're out of dog food because it's dog food and cappuccino. I think are the two. And
Oh, okay.
we ran out. Oh no! Spilled. One sec.
What happened?
I spilled.
Oh, I knew it.
It's fine because they were just like on the table.
Okay, good.
All right. So I'm gonna grab some beans. All right. Which one is this one? Oh no, there is. Okay, we're not out of dog food and
Oh,
cappuccino.
I'm
We were
sorry,
we were
dude.
out of liver and onions in cappuccino. Which colors am I missing? I'm gonna just go through all the different colors. That's one.
Nick, you can join the Discord call if you want. It is highly encouraged.
Okay. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Nick.
14, 15,
Give me 1
16,
second.
Yeah.
17,
Good morning.
18, 19, 20. All right. So, Nicholas, welcome.
Oh, I forgot.
I
you're
have
doing
20
already.
bean boozled beans to eat. In here
Dude.
are some of every flavor, including the dog food and cappuccino. I will give you those ones first, There's 2 of the dog food and cappuccino ones in here.
Can you sniff them and tell us what they smell like before you take a bite?
I don't want to give myself the chance to throw up before I have to.
But I think they all smell like the good one, but
That
sometimes
is
taste like the bad one.
100% a lie, and I hate to tell you that, Noah.
Yeah. Listen, I'm just gonna. All right, this is a dog food or cappuccino. That's the dog food.
Oh no!
We're starting off strong.
All right, now I put palate cleanser ones in here. This is either toothpaste or the berry blue.
Okay, one that I never got to witness.
That's the toothpaste. These are palate cleansers.
Okay. I used the
All right,
mango
here's-
sauce as the palate cleanser.
Here's the next dog food or cappuccino.
Please be dog food. Please be dog food.
That one's cappuccino.
Okay. I just remembered that you already got dog fooded.
Yeah. Now, this is rotten egg or buttered popcorn.
Oh man, that one did me in last night during.
Oh, that's the rotten egg. And with the dog
Oh.
food flavor still in there, that's not good.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, jeez. Right, now
Oh,
palate
jeez,
cleanser again,
really?
toothpaste or berry. That one was the berry. Honestly, I would have preferred the toothpaste. All right, what do we got here?
That's really funny.
Toasted marshmallow or stink bug?
Stink bug.
The stink bug?
Oh, buddy.
Oh, man.
It's bad.
Bad. All right, we're going to jump in. Juicy pear or booger?
Booger.
I think that's a pear.
I like that
Yeah,
you
that
can't.
one's... The
man.
flavors are just kind of...
They're all folding together.
The booger mixed in with the hot sauce when we had to do that, that was rough.
Oh, that one's rough. This is either barf or peach. No, wait, no. That one's dead fish or strawberry banana. This is barf or peach.
Oh.
Barf. It took a while. It was delayed. It didn't taste like anything for a little bit, and then it was just like, ugh.
The bean cooldown timer hadn't quite hit yet.
All right. Palate cleanser, toothpaste, or berry blue? Toothpaste. Good palate cleanser.
Sick.
Spoiled milk or coconut?
Oh. Please be coconut.
That was coconut.
Oh. Oh.
Dirty dishwater or birthday cake? The dirty dishwater.
Oh,
Could be
buddy.
worse. Could be
Okay,
worse.
good. This is awful.
How many more does he have left to do?
Dude, I was just
1,
about to
2,
ask.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
A little over halfway. Okay.
Yeah. This one was from the other container. I don't know what flavors it is. We're gonna find out. Whatever it was the good one.
Was it the stink bug one that you had, Chandler, that just like stunk up the whole basement?
Oh yeah,
Dog
one of them
food
that I
did
ate.
that too.
Yeah, where you just bite into it and it's just rancid.
Yeah.
This one is I think Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks. That was Tutti Frutti for sure.
Oh. Oh.
Booger or Juicy Pear?
I hope it's booger.
That one's booger.
No, I was just joking.
This one doesn't want to go down. It just, I was like, try to swallow it, and my mouth was just like, no, move to the other side of your mouth.
Oh,
All right. I think this is another rotten egg or buttered popcorn.
You gotta hydrate. Hydrate.
That's another rotten egg.
oh, buddy.
All right. Palate cleanser, toothpaste or berry blue. Oh. Berry blue. This one's from this container over here, I believe. Yeah, this one. This one is Old Bandage or pomegranate.
The pomegranate was really good.
It's the pomegranate.
Nice.
Berry blue or toothpaste again.
Hopefully it's toothpaste from the sounds of it.
I think it is.
I think it is.
I've run out of taste buds. This one is Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti again.
Both of those are just what I call no.
Oh, that's the Stinky Sock.
That's my lower half.
I went to plug my nose.
But it
All right.
traveled up either
Last
way.
one is a palate cleanser. Berry blue or toothpaste.
You've got this.
It's the toothpaste. All right.
Beautiful.
Thank you for that. I needed the snack.
You
Oh,
feeling
well, we
hungry?
hit 2,000.
Yeah, that is nuts.
Insane.
I want to come work with you. It sounds like some cool people.
They are really cool people. I mean, several people that I work with. So, Black Eagle stopped in,
Yeah.
who I work with. I believe it was her name was Air Force veteran 95.
Yeah.
That's his wife.
Oh,
Work with her
cool.
as well. Actually, I have lunch with them sometimes. It's normally around once a week. I have we all go out to lunch together, and it's great.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
I believe it was Turdy something.
Turdy the Turd.
Turdy the Turd. Another person I work with, another guy that I work with. Awesome dude. And then donation came in from Black Eagle's son, who was watching a little bit of it, I suppose, said, "Hey, I want to donate to this." So, yeah, people I work with are great people. So,
Dude, I could cry.
I mean, I said it before, and I think it was yesterday morning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it again, despite the fact that I'm gonna sound sappy. I had a couple. I had a job offer before I took the one at the place that I was currently in, but I
Yeah.
decided that I really wanted to work at the place that I'm working right now, and that
Yeah, dude.
so I held off a little bit, and I'm really glad that I did, because like I enjoy where I work. I enjoy the people that I work with, and it's very clear based off the support that we've gotten from them as well, especially with that most recent bean. Even if it's just to give legal work in the workplace Asian. And that's a joke. He's not Asian. He is supporting the charity, which is
Yeah.
amazing. But it
Almost
it's
feels
awesome,
bad.
and I no, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and it means a lot. So thank you for that and putting us at the $2,000 mark.
Yeah. This has been insane.
So,
I mean, I've been having a blast.
Yeah, and I mean, it's
And
been
that's
great.
all that matters.
Beyond that, I mean, that's pretty much our plans for the current and future iterations. That was a burp that tasted of so many flavors. Current and future iterations of Nostalgiathon. We're going to be growing over time.
Mm-hmm.
I want to increase the team a little bit in the next few marathons. We're looking at new locations. We're not going to increase the length of time that we're streaming for a while. 48 hours is still pretty rough, scheduling wise of all things, even if we grow the team. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be good. I expect there to be one this winter. How exactly it plays out is up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
More of that information will come on our website, nostalgiathon.com. If you go to /blog, you'll be able to read about a lot of different people on the team. I think most people have a meet the team forum. It's just, a little bit about them, what their favorite game is, game or games. Little info. You can read through some of the previous things. A lot of the blog posts are news about the upcoming Nostalgiathons and or previous ones. And then we have a /podcast where you can find, I think there's currently 11 episodes of Noah and I just shooting the breeze about tech, video games, our current thoughts on the news around that time, as well as some Nostalgiathon updates from around then. Like I said before, I would love for Noah and I to get back into some of that,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
it was largely an excuse for Noah and I just to get on the phone
just
and
just
talk.
to hang out and talk.
But I would love to get back into some of that.
Yeah.
Just to have some updates on the website, and again to be able to talk to Noah about
Saturdays, dude.
tech
Let's do it.
stuff. And so it's been good. It's been real good. I don't know what to talk about for the next 30 minutes. So Noah, Nick, if you have anything that you want to talk about, any highlights from this event, anything that you're looking forward to in future ones, or just tech that you're interested in, games that you're looking forward to, take it away.
I will say I did rip cheek again during this stream, but I was awake for it, and I looked into the eyes of Nick, and I feel bad about that.
Man, it's been a long time since I stayed up for 48 hours playing video games.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
for sure.
Whew.
I had a good time. I enjoyed the night shift.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that not so much Blaze. That's a lot of personality that I don't like carrying through. But I think seeing Ross Crouton again would be cool.
I know, right?
I mean, I brought up a little bit that there will be references to the characters that you guys had throughout Siluria as time goes on. So
I won't feel bad if you don't bring up Han.
we'll see.
That was just for me.
I have, because I don't think you'll ever meet them. You might, unlikely,
Oh,
but there could
okay.
be, but there will be mentions and references to maybe, like, if you're reading through like certain things or like talking to
Yeah.
certain people, they might talk about rumors of like this, or like, oh man, this person, but
Yeah.
I don't think you'll ever necessarily come across them in person.
Okay.
I think overall, like, getting to meet everyone for the first time, being in the Nostalgiathon for the first time, it was a good experience overall. I have no complaints outside of like minor quality of life stuff, but you guys already talked about that.
Yeah.
And that stuff doesn't even really matter.
Yeah. I'm tired, my stomach hurts, and the cat got angry. But
I got home this morning and I just slept like a rock until like 2:30.
Yeah, dude. I didn't see your text until I saw your message in the chat.
I was a sleepy little boy.
Yeah, well, good. You've earned it. Especially after sleep fighting.
Well,
I just came to and I was like, oh, I'm in the middle of a boss fight.
I'm in a boss fight. After the marathon, I'm gonna clean up down here. It shouldn't take that long. Setup took longer just because I had to route cables properly and make sure that like everything worked. Cleanup is just unplug the cables, put the Wii U back in spot. Every like vacuuming, finding a place for the snacks, but for the most part, like the place is pretty clean still. There's some chips on things that I gotta vacuum up, but
Yeah.
previous marathons teardown has been a full day adventure just because I've had to move computer from room to room, table movement, everything like that. This time should just be pretty easy.
That's what I like to hear.
And yeah, so no, how about you? Favorite moment, highlight, something you enjoyed?
I had something. Now I can't think of what it is. Oh, yeah. We're playing and just all those donations started coming in and we were like less than 10 hours into the stream and already like 5/6 of the way to our goal. And I was like, this has never happened before. What is happening? What is going on? My brain like could not process the kindness of people. I was like, what?
Yeah.
We're doing it. And now we're here over 3 times the like this is what we're at right now is the equivalent of like almost everything that we've done prior added up.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the website, a little bit
Yeah.
about us, Nostalgiathon. There's a line that says we've currently raised over 2,000 for total for various charities, and I think the actual number, not including this times, is somewhere like 2,040, 2,000. It's
That's
somewhere around there. So
nuts.
we've basically almost doubled that that total amount that we've raised
Yeah.
Is that
over the
number on
past
there?
several years.
Not the
Yeah,
exact
so
number, but the
not
almost
the exact number.
the
It's
rough
if you
estimate.
scroll down just below the stream, it says a little bit about us, and so now it's over 4,000, and just you know, um, being able to be a part of that is awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Definitely
because
makes
I
me
mean,
feel good.
what we do is we play games, right? We play games, we
Yeah.
have fun, we'll do incentives, just to but what we're doing is basically just telling people that hey, this cause exists, and if you want uh, some entertainment in the process, uh, go ahead and donate, and
Yeah.
that'd be great. And so being able to be a part of that's pretty awesome, and I enjoy it, and so
Yeah, I am very happy with how this has turned out. I'm excited to kind of spend the next week coming up with, some tech stuff for us that we can use. I'm excited to start building that rack out now for the rest of the equipment for next time, at least, because it's on wheels, it's portable.
mm-hmm.
I'm excited
Well,
to
and the other
get
good
that.
thing is the Minecraft server that we run is now on a full. It's like it's not a high power gaming build, but it's on a full gaming build. So like
Yeah, it's got a
we have
7700K in it, doesn't it?
it's got a 77. Well, when I say it's not high, I mean like we're not going to be running AAA titles at highest graphic settings, but like it's totally like
Yeah.
we're playing PC games. We have the Minecraft
Yeah.
server running, and we can take that wherever we are,
Yeah.
without moving Broken Eye's desktop for capture. So we have the stuff. So I'm excited on where things go from here.
Same,
Hydrate.
dude. Hydration station. Hydration station.
Yeah. Palm is asleep over on the green chair.
That's quite peaceful.
Finally with the
It's
house only with
an
the
odd
people that
sight
he normally.
seeing him calm.
Yeah, he did a little bit better today, and last night than he did the night before. I will say that, but
Yeah.
he was still pretty ornery. I think I think since I turned the lights off over on this side of the room where the computers were, he had
Mhm.
a little bit of space for him to kind of go lay down.
For
But he was
sure.
still, he was very much uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And
The
and
first
he
3.5
let
hours of
everyone know it.
D&D last
Yeah.
night, he was really good because he was just conked out.
Yeah.
No, man, it was wild. Last night after D&D, like at those early morning hours, he just like hopped up on the couch with me and Skylar and was chilling, and I was like, "Are we cool?"
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
going on?
I think he was truly the main character of the entire stream.
Oh, for sure.
Well,
Absolutely.
next event we'll have a few more emotes. Primarily in
yeah.
the tier 2 and tier 3. I might look at our current emotes and see what could potentially be replaced. But I know the tier 2 and tier 3 emotes are going to be based off of Palm and potentially the future addition to the cats in this house.
Yeah.
Persephone.
So they yeah.
That's what it
And
was.
I think the way that I want to do that is have Palm basically be the mascot for the winter and Persephone be the mascot for the summer, considering their
Yeah.
the color of their fur and also Palm's cold attitude. So,
That's pretty good.
but we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah.
I don't think their presence will ever fully be at another Nostalgiathon. They might make guest appearances, but
Yeah.
all in all, what about you, Brooke? Favorite moment, favorite happenings?
I had a ton of fun. Twilight Princess was really fun. There were some really good moments in there that I
Yeah.
think I'm literally right after we finish, I have like the motivation right now to go through and find some of those so that I can get those to you so you don't have to go through that section at least. And Mario Party was a ton of fun with Logan and Nick. That was a big highlight. And then also, I know
I
this
was
is all
so
my
tired,
segments.
man.
That's what I was here for. But,
they're going to be in your segments.
and then I really, really enjoyed the Dark Souls this morning. I thought it was gonna be hell because I was gonna be by myself and I only got 4 hours of sleep, and I was like, this is gonna be awful. And then I got down there and it was actually a lot of fun. I actually had a lot of fun being by myself and playing Dark Souls, and even though I
Yeah.
don't think anyone was really in the chat or watching, I think I think I was being funny enough. So that was good.
You know what they say? Nothing gets your day started like some Dark Souls 3.
That's absolutely right. And it was good too because Matthew came over for his segment a little bit early too, and I think you had no, it was Matthew at one point. He said like, "Oh, it's 9 o'clock now," and I was like, "Dang it! I want to
yeah.
keep playing Dark Souls."
All right. Well, I think we're getting close to wrapping it up. So if anyone has anything else left to say, you're welcome to say it. And then I think we're gonna wrap it up with the last task wheel spin of the marathon. Thanks to that $200
Wow.
donation. So we gotta do that.
It's really happening.
So let's go ahead and give it a
I
spin.
hope it's another bean.
I'm hoping for like a final hot sauce for Chandler.
Oh my gosh.
It's draw something of the chat's choice. So yeah, we got one more drawing of the marathon.
Noah's ready.
No-
He's typing.
Noah's like,
Typing.
it's like, I got this.
He's got an idea.
Mom's smacking me on the couch. From the first 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, when he smacked you, and I got so worried that he had hurt you.
I
Any
did
other
bleed for a
input?
while.
Any other input? Come here, bud.
Come here, Bubby.
I need.
Squid also wants you to drop palms.
Well,
so-
yeah, I mean, but Squid is Nick, so
I know.
Nick and Noah
But
want.
they both want palm.
Yeah.
Tell me, you want to be a subject for Chandler's artistry?
Yeah,
Paul?
I need reference material. All right,
Yeah.
let him go. He's an upset.
Hold on, he might. No. Okay.
Come here.
You want to just? Oh, okay. There we go.
That's-
That's perfect. That's perfect, buddy. Hold on. There we go. Go at it, bud. He'll get you from your good side.
Hi, Stinky.
Do you want my hand or not? Do you want to fight?
I think he just wants to be done.
You want to lay down with mom? Lay down with mom. Yeah.
Hey, Stinky, come here. Oh well. All right. Any last calls on input from the chat, and then we'll
Well,
go.
that we got the input
I don't know, I'm
from
just-
the chat.
What I'm saying is, it was a $200 donation that caused the task wheel spin from
That's
I was
true.
gonna say,
If Black,
Black Eagle.
whatever
so I was
he
just
wants.
like, so I was basically just like, I'm making sure, just real quick. Don't stare at me while you
also,
kick
if you
Brooke.
guys think his claws were bad these past 2 days, you should have felt it before I started trimming them. They are
Nah,
way
I'm
better
good.
now.
I'll defer to the crowd. All right, so Palm smacking Noah on the couch.
Here he goes.
You need to
the artist
also
at
make
work.
sure and scan the all the drawings. You
Yeah.
need to make sure and scan them in.
I I don't know who the resident emote authority is, but I think Palm smacking Noah should become one for the next.
Oh my gosh. That would be
Uh,
hilarious.
The
I wonder if you
the
could
thing
get that
be
same
first
artist
snack.
to do some kind of GIF for that. 'Cause
That would be great.
I can request. For sure.
It'll be turned into a good thing.
It could be Palm Rage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't smell your dad's butt. Don't.
Yeah, you don't want to know what's coming out.
No, not with all that hot sauce, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, made me shudder.
You're so pretty. You're such a pretty boy. You want a smooch? You want a smooch? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Smooch.
I like you looking up at Noah to remember what he looks like for the drawing.
I'll try my best not to move.
Oh, there's Nick.
There's Nick.
Whoa.
Let me go ahead and make sure both of you guys are in frame.
Oh wait, I'll be this way. Nick, scoot over with me.
He
Oh, I do
can.
wanna-
He's got the L desk. No, he's going the wrong way.
There we go. You're in.
There we go. There we go.
My I was unloading stuff back and setting my thing, and my this big Gundam
Oh.
fell and hit me in the face and broke into a bunch of pieces.
No.
So that's what I'll be doing.
Bad.
Is
No,
fixing
you
that.
gotta move your mic a little closer to your mouth now.
Oh right. Right?
There we go.
Perfect. You can
It's a
see
really
my hot
good
dog
mic to
man.
not pick you up from like a foot away.
That you are correct.
Good. I'm learning.
That's what a studio mic is for.
I was actually looking back because Chandler and I first started talking on GroupMe because we had a work chat on GroupMe. So that's where I was texting him. I was looking back at some of our first text messages to each other, and I saw the first instance of me asking him what a motherboard was. Because we've had that conversation, I think, 4 separate times now. He's tried to teach me what the heck a motherboard does. And I found the first instance of it within like a month of us starting to date. He
That's
sent me a whole
amazing.
diagram.
Oh, I gotta go even more. Oops.
Young love.
Young love. learning about motherboards. I still don't fully understand what a motherboard does.
Where do I need to go?
It's just the interconnect.
You're the interconnect.
Oh. It's this way. There we go. Nailed it.
What time? When do you leave now?
Tomorrow?
So okay.
I will be leaving promptly at 5 or 6.
He's got it. It's ready.
I like it.
Let me see.
The face. Mom's face.
Oh, I missed it. Can I see it?
Yeah. I'll hold it up again.
Yeah. I love that.
So good.
Alrighty.
That's amazing.
Well, oh, buddy. Just
I'm going to go ahead and call it right here for me. That way I
Yeah.
can head your way and get my stuff and then go hang a TV.
Sounds good.
Mom, say bye.
Goodbye, friends. Goodbye.
Yeah, I
I'll
think I'm gonna go
see
figure out some food. So
Yep.
you
Good.
do
But
that.
yeah, that's gonna be it. We're gonna end the stream. Thanks everyone again for donating, coming out, and participating. So
We love you all.
Yes. Yes, Palm, we love them.
Bye-bye now.
bye.